Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Duggan and we are in Minecraft again today. We're going to pick up where we left off on the third level of the command center. We've got some blocks selected, we've got some ceiling to put in, we've got some platforms to build, so we're going to pop upstairs and get to work on that after we trade with the villagers for some extra quartz, because I think quartz is going to feature heavily in the ceiling, perhaps even in the platforms. So there's lots to do. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. I'll remind you that we interviewed Cubfan on the Monday's episode of the Spun-Chunks. Cubfan, of course, is a longtime member of Hermitcraft, which is a Minecraft SMP that does Let's Play videos on YouTube with a number of creators. I'm not sure how many people are on Hermitcraft right now. It's like 20 or more. Anyway, that was a great interview. Had a really fun time talking with Cub. You can find the video on YouTube. You can find the audio on your favorite podcasting app. There's also a video on Spotify, so it's very easy to find. And hey, it's free, so why not go listen? Some more quartz is required. Also, more frames are required. I really wish I could figure out how to get Minecraft to give me more than like chuggy frames a second. It doesn't matter what I throw at this. I've got more RAM in the computer than I need. I've got a video card that's brand new, and still Minecraft struggles. You really think that the game would be something that a modern computer could handle? I say that and I'm sure there's something wrong with my setup. I'm sure that it's not. Because I'm sure there's lots of people out there that get good performance out of their Minecraft. I was thinking yesterday that it might be good to take a short break from the command center and build a smelter or something, like make another building somewhere, start to figure out where other things are going to happen in the vicinity. Now that we've got the storage system sorted, we can do more landscaping, and I don't necessarily want to just completely flatten the area, but I think I need to widen the amount of level area around the command center. I think we're done. Cool. So we left off yesterday here, and to take a screenshot, I quickly filled in a bit of a ceiling here, and I'm not entirely sure I like it. One of the things I would like to do is see what this might look like if it was quartz. So we're going to make some smooth quartz as well as some quartz, like just regular blocks, and see what that looks like. And we might have some recessed parts. It might not be all a solid thing because we have to put some lights in, and I have to figure out how that's all going to work. But I like this part here, and I like the exposed part here, and I like this thing here. The question is, do we like the color of the windows? Would they look better as a different color? I think we decided that light blue was going to look best, but I kind of wonder whether white would look better. It's one of those things that it might look better from the outside versus the inside. At any rate, one thing I want to try is definitely quartz in the ceiling. So let's get some smooth quartz smelted. And then while we're waiting for that, try that one, and I'll try that one. We'll just use full blocks for now. If we like it, maybe we'll try slabs. Keeping in mind, of course, that there's going to be some lights up here too. I think I like that better than the andesite. I'm also thinking we could put some lights in there. I think I like the regular quartz. This feels a little bit too streaky. Take a break and visit the deep dark. It's a swift sneak. That could be something we do too. SweetSandi, hello. Blue Crow, good to see you. Thanks for the lurk, Cosmic. Glass. So instead of these little bits here, we could maybe try to have lights above this. No, you know what? I think the end rods look better. End rods look better. Yeah. Now, I'd like to have some relief in the ceiling. I don't think we're going to do it all one color. And so that's where I think it could be cool to have the roof go up a little bit if we can. That's where slabs are probably going to come in handy. Don't know how we do this. One position that would make sense would be here where it changes width. We'd probably want to have something here. Cover that up. feel like maybe that all has to happen on the one side. I can't see how many we have. I feel like a gap of 3 feels good. So we'd want to have maybe 3 here. That works out pretty well. We'll try that. Blue Crow, my brain absolutely does filter out those messages. 100%. Now, do we want... I think I want this part to be tough. And we'll put it as full tough blocks for now. But eventually we may switch it. I need to move all these shulker boxes too. Right, so this is going to be tough. And I guess we want it to have... Wait a minute. These are going to be slabs. Do I want it to be here or here? Because in here we could make this look like a continuation. So I feel like we would want this to be lower. That's not bad. but then we'd have to use full blocks the rest of the way. Or we could just increase the height. I kind of like that. What does that do to the profile on the top, though? Nadila, hello. All right, so this is still the roof. So even going up to here doesn't affect anything up here. We're still likely going to be using tough blocks there. But then where am I going to put lights? They would have to go in a slabbed section, I guess. And that gives us a lot of stuff to play with up here. Oh, I did that wrong. Yeah, and then up here, this. Really looking forward to doing some map art to put some more details down. That'll be cool. I need to go check that farmer villager to see if I even have trades for golden carrots. This might be better to move all the way over to the side here. This is going to feel funny. Maybe we do that. All farmers will trade golden carrots in the last trade. Cool. I don't know whether we've traded him up to the last trade. That was the thing. And even if we has it, it's not going to be cheap. Like, it's not going to be reduced or anything. That's 1, 2, 3, 3. Doesn't quite work out. So we'll have to make some sort of adjustment. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is a gross number. I could bump the window ahead by 1. Because we're going to be left with a gap of 4 here. This is also where it might want to get taller. There's a gap at 2 here. Guess we could maybe pull out the door frame a little bit. Oh, that's supposed to be a gap, not a strut. It's also the same height. We might have to get rid of this. I don't think it has to be symmetrical. Yeah, let's try it. Hey, the Druid Jen, how's it going? Oh, that's going to be wider, isn't it? Cool. I think that looks pretty good. It's a little straight. I might try and maybe bump these ones back a little bit. We'll see how it looks when it's all done. I can also just do the opposite side a little bit differently. Yeah, the different heights and colors in the ceiling was always intentional. Like I hadn't gotten there yet. That place in Minecraft is so weird. That's about half. I think it's pretty good. We might end up using some stairs at some point. Those are bottom slabs, so the stairs would actually go like that, maybe? And that is not something I want. We may have to increase the height here, which I think will help with the repetition. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the door not being symmetrical. If we increase the height, maybe we just change this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's the last carrot, so we got to do something about that. Oh, your neighbors used to shoot fireworks off in the middle of the night? That's not good. People are not supposed to fire them off in the city around here. Villager is back here. Yeah, we haven't unlocked all the trades yet. Well, emeralds for apples are easy enough to get. And I've got carrots right here. Although he doesn't have a workstation, so. Two emeralds for cookies. Or melons. That's out. I'll just eat the cookies for now. I have farming stuff somewhere. No melons, but I got pumpkins. Emeralds for soup. Suspicious stew. I guess he needs his workstation. Here we go. Nice. Problem solved. We get 3. That's pretty good. That's definitely faster than going to the Going to the gold farm. Oh, no. Of course, I don't have the block. Carrot Man knows his name, exactly. I don't need the suspicious stew. Speaking of emeralds, we can probably grab some more quartz. Even though we're using slabs, I think we're gonna use up quite a lot. Man, your muscle memory really kicks in when you do this a lot. Sometimes to your own frustration when you don't need to scroll to the bottom. Oh, I didn't restock. I'm not sure whether it's a distance thing or whether the glass pane is causing a bit of a problem. So over here, we're going to have an issue. Unless I create something here on the end that bumps this all down by one block. Oh no, wait, that wouldn't work either. Got a 2 gap here. I need to move it all down by 2 blocks. Either way, this has to be raised. And if we're going to raise it, I would say probably this division here is probably a good spot to do that. So right here. And let's get rid of the rain. And we'll start, I guess, at the door. I think I may have to put this back in. Even if it's just a pillar like that, it might be how we have to do this. Right, so then we've got, this goes across here, but higher. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's no way to do 2 in the middle, so we'd have to do an even split, maybe. Maybe 5 and 4 and 4, or 6 and. Let's try 5 and have a 4 wide bulkhead, maybe. One, two, three. Was the meeting something that could have been an email, Cosmic? I feel like most meetings, when I used to have meetings, are definitely email. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm raising it before it's raised on the outside too. Crap. Let's not do that. where does that leave us here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's better. Oh, maybe we have to push that forward. I do kind of like that this lines up with this. Yeah. Okay, well, if that's the case, then maybe we can just continue the pattern and stop it there?
Joel, I'm not your father or mother. Still, it is time for a break.
Nice. Thanks very much for the break reminder, SweetSandi. Appreciate it. And thanks for the TTS sticker. Yeah, I think that's probably what we have to do. This section here will be the raised section, and then everything here will be low right up into it. And this could maybe be like a transition. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. All right, I'm going to stick to those breaks. If you're new to the channel, I do this once an hour. It gives me a chance to refresh the coffee and the water. You can grab a friend, grab a snack. If you're watching this later on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, then you can always either subscribe to the channel or like the video or both if you're enjoying the content. It does help the content reach more eyeballs. And really, it's word of mouth. So, like, if you got a friend that likes Minecraft, let them know that I'm streaming. I'll be right back. So I find this is the tricky part about designing something from the outside first, and then going inside, is that you often have to make some sacrifices to get things to work the way that you want. So what we'll do is we'll probably have a wider ceiling closer to the door. And just the bulkheads will stop. So we'll lose this one probably. I'll have to figure that out. So we'll try it over here. So remove this stuff. I need to go across where the roof is going to change. Right here. I think. Yeah. thanks, folks. Let's grab more tough. And I probably need more quartz, and I can probably get rid of these slabs for the smooth quartz. Whoops. Okay, that's where that's going to be on the inside. So this is going to go. And then we'll put this in as well. I think that's right. Right, and then I needed to transition from this to that. I think maybe we'll make this a little bit wider. So instead of 3, maybe we'll just do 2. I almost forgot, folks. I might have to go briefly. Just give me 1 second. It'll just be a short break. The landlords just had to come by and check the fire alarm. Oh, no. Did I screw that up? I screwed that up. But we won't be able to tell until we get the other ones in. It's one of those ceilings that's just the right height to be frustrating. Like, you can't reach blocks when they don't fall. You can't, like, really fix things. It's a real pain. Okay. One block and then 3. Oh, I did that completely differently on the other side, didn't I? Why is this out by 2? Oh, so it matches that. Hmm. I also have no idea where we're going to put all the lights in here. I do like the combination of the quartz and the tuff, though. Polished tuff. Looks pretty good. So maybe we'll bring this one out. I feel like that might eventually look better than having it all be the same all the way down. I never thought we could maybe have some skylights. So not just lights, but actual skylights. That could be cool too. I'm feeling like this is looking very square as opposed to octagonal, so that's one thing I'm a little concerned about. Yeah, I kind of feel like having a skylight somewhere might work. These are also feeling very strange. I might have to move these. They're 4. I could maybe just extend them. I don't know. I think we have to move them so that they're centered somehow under this. I wouldn't leave a lot of room over here though. It did feel a lot better with skylight, so maybe we can put something there. Or here. Although I was thinking that this would be a cool place to have a sort of a runway, so maybe some skylights here, but then maybe this part could be more runway-like. Imagine if we had glass slabs. Yeah, really though. Yeah, if we do any windows, it'll be in the dark parts, like in here. So you can see here they all line up. And then here I've started to stagger them, and I think that looks better. I've got no problem with laying in all this stuff because it's such an easy block to remove. So if we have to redo it as slabs or something, then it won't be that difficult. Then we just had to finish this transition, and I think maybe this particular archway gets higher. Well, that doesn't work either. Yeah, maybe a skylight is going to solve this problem. Got 1, 2, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9 in total. So what I don't want to do is change the roof height outside. So I've got a hard limit here. From this point. Or if I change it, I don't want to change it much. A half block at most. So that's the ceiling. Wondering if the thing to do is just to cover it up with 5 wide bulkhead. And that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll probably look okay. And maybe we'll push it a little bit farther back as well. I do feel like these want to go up another notch in the middle. Having weird deja vu from Satisfactory. I don't know why. Yeah, it needs some light because we're losing some details. Oh, that's going to be tricky. Don't know if I like that. No, then those are going to line up. That doesn't look good. So these are at the limit as well. I'm okay with adding little doodads on top of this, but I don't want it to get any wider or thicker. Here, maybe we could do a little bit. And this would probably be a good spot to have some lights. Maybe just one big light. Fortunately, we don't, as you said, have slabs. That's the roof height. I could put a frog light in the, like, in this position. Oh no. The height, the roof doesn't get taller until back there. Right, so that's where I would maybe make an exception and put like a little slab roof. I could have the frog light in that position, but then I can't have glass on top of that. Unless we made this all thick. Which doesn't look terrible. Like we could have this, because it is a lower ceiling, we could have this bulkhead be lower. And then instead of this, we could go down to something like that. Actually, that would have to be full block, wouldn't it? Oh, and that's not in the middle of all this either. I'm annoying. I could move it over by 2 blocks. And then that would make this a larger gap. That way, this thing is then in the middle. Oh. Guess it only has to go over 1 block. What is going on? And then how many do we have in the middle here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 13. So we could do 3 by 3 with a strip. Yeah. So if I wanted to put the lights there, I'd have to make some small adjustments on the roof. But they would only have to be in these spaces here. So for here, all I would need to do is just have some slabs come out. I don't think that's going to create too much of a problem with the profile. It actually kind of helps ease the transition a little bit. Silvery, hello. Welcome in. This is probably the same scale as Devastator? Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know what the measurements are, but yeah, it's probably close. It's hard because the assets in Satisfactory measure it like a completely different. The tiles in Satisfactory are 8 by 8 meters as opposed to 1 by 1 meter. So we're still going to have an uneven situation here, which sucks. I don't know if anybody's going to notice. Yeah, so now I feel like I want to have lights in these ones, but can't go too high because we have a situation here where the height max is this block here. So if I put a light here, can't put any glass behind it, and I'd have to also cover it up, which would be easy to, to do with like something like that, but we're still left with the inside not having a glass over the light. But we're gonna have to do something. It's not terrible. Maybe we can just go through and add in a bunch. I feel like the small lights actually look pretty good. Oh, I know what the measurements are. Freaking huge. Yeah, that's fair. Anybody else in the chat really dislike scaffolding despite having to use it all the time? Well, that's uneven. Oh, because of that. Oh man, I can only imagine trying to play with scaffolding on Bedrock on Pocket Edition. Jeez. Yikes. Now, do we do lights here, or do we just wait and do them down here? I mean, I guess we could let the lights protrude too and almost look intentional. I think we might have to move those. Maybe we'll just do 3. On this one, I might have to space them out by 2. I'm not sure whether that's going to be a real pain. I want to go through the scaffolding without going up it like a ladder. Feel like 3 like that is better spaced out. We've done that elsewhere in the build too. I don't think we're going to keep all of these. I think we're going to remove some of them. The 5 is okay. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. But here I'm wondering if we could get away with more of a checker pattern. Probably something like that, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe we need to do strips. Don't think I like those better than the big lights. Maybe we just need to split things up a little bit so that the big lights are not so obvious. So maybe we'll do a big light in the middle as we had it. But then smaller on the sides. Yeah, that looks better. That's annoying. It's amazing how stained glass in Minecraft really helps lower the intensity of light sources. I think I might try some different color glass down here too, because this feels almost invisible. I feel like we might have to run something colorful there, like maybe not colorful, but like a break. Something like either polished stairs, terracotta maybe. Streams at 2 hours. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. This is probably going to get lower. Man, it's been raining like non-stop on the server today. I think I like the stairs better. I might want to try something a little bit brighter. So it doesn't look like it's part of the roof. I think that looks better as polished stuff. So it's not bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I almost want to remove the glass to keep it bright, because all of those are brighter. Anyway, I'm going to grab another short break. Feel free to let a friend know that we're streaming. Maybe share the YouTube channel or the Twitch page. It's just my name, very easy to find. The YouTube channel, of course, is Joel Duggan VODs. But if you're watching that there later, you can subscribe for free, get notifications. I put the VODs up about 24 hours after they're aired live on Twitch. So easy to look back and see what we've been doing. I'll be right back. Sorry about that today, folks. All kinds of things happening around the studio. I mean, if you're watching this later on Joel Duggan VODs, then the breaks are all edited out, so you won't notice anything. But for the folks here live, thanks for your patience. The thing about working from home, sometimes stuff pops up. I think that's good. How far does that go down? 4. I guess these can just be solid. Yeah. That does feel really chunky. I might have to try to lighten that up a bit. Hmm. Maybe if we push past that? Oh no. Yeah, I guess that's okay. So now the issue is that these are kind of weirdly off center. I don't want to move them over too far. They don't look so bad from the front, but when you're up here, they feel weird. I guess the thing would be to center them underneath that. But then they get smaller, which is fine. I think I might change these as well. So cyan and light blue. So it's a little bit more forward, but at least it sits where it should. I feel like we maybe need something else over here. Cyan, maybe. I guess there's nothing to say that these couldn't be farther out too. Although that maybe that looks a little bit weird. I do like them a little bit larger. Yeah, maybe we can get away with that. Definitely an observation deck. Yeah, that's the idea. less paint. Hmm. Yeah, that's okay. So we could try to put something else here. Although it'd be difficult to walk around. So we'd have to come up with like a new kind of display. Maybe I could put shelves around it or something. Or we could just have a display kind of hovering in the air here. That's not bad. I almost want to make it larger. Yeah, although the white kind of blends in at the top, doesn't it? Maybe we'll go get some purple. Yeah, that's the whole idea, kind of like some sort of holographic display. I'm sure some orange would look good too, but I'm trying to do them with new colors. Sure. So this space feels very empty. We're gonna have to figure out what to do here. It also is pretty dark. There needs to be something else perhaps happening over this way as far as light goes. We have the room. I just don't know if that's where I would want to put it. I kind of feel like in-floor lighting would be better. And this is a situation where we've got this cyan terracotta, but it might be better to have an echo of this. I don't think this is the outside, no. This is? Nope. This is. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, if I do this, I think this is going to affect the way that the light looks like outside. So, if I come up here, pretty dark along there. The way that light works in Minecraft. If I do this, well, first we'll see if it looks cool. I mean, does the trick. It didn't really light up the outside that much. It did light up the window though, which I like. I'm all right with that. Does that mean we have to change all this to polished tough? Need a better way to the roof. Clay. I I think that works. Don't think I want to do quartz all the way around. That might be too high contrast, but the roof is pretty high contrast. No, that pulls away from the roof. Don't want to do that. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure how to handle that just yet. Yeah, these are kind of sticking out in a weird way. Not sure. I like that better. Does that mean we just get rid of this weird border? That doesn't look very good. Nope, I think we'll just go with that. So that is right even with the door. I've gone up higher on this side. Oh, I see the difference. Don't know that I like that. I think what we might do, maybe we'll do slabs. See how that looks. Oh, no. That doesn't work. I guess we need another stair here. We do that, then maybe we have to push the whole thing back a bit. I think that looks okay. Yeah, I think that'll look better. Stairs. We could potentially have another sign above that too. Not sign. Shelf. And then we do slabs across top. Cool. Kit, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Being a few Neon God. Hello. How's it going? I mean, not bad. We're working on trying to get this third floor sorted from a design perspective. So these are all going to need slabs on them at least. Is that double? Anyway. So my guess is rather than leaving those like little bumps, I'm probably going to fill them in. I guess a lot of these could be slabs too. Yeah, I need to go down and get some tuff. Nice. Where are you? Oh, come on. So annoying. What is going on? There we go. I don't remember whether tough slabs are instant break. Yeah, they are. So I should probably just do this with slabs. Normally I prefer to fill things in with solid blocks, but did I use a happy gas as a shield? No, no, no. The bed was over there. That's all. I don't know whether stuff like this causes rendering issues or not. So this is something we could connect those and make them feel like they're part of a small detail on the roof. So I could do something like this. Right? If I wanted to make a panel that kind of feels like it's part of that. And we could probably put some antenna and different things up there. So I need to figure out what I'm going to put in this space. And I don't quite know yet. But it's a cool view. Don't know about that. I don't know. The legs look kind of funny. Yeah, I think I like it hovering. This is going to make more sense when we have like buttons and things here, when we get to that kind of detail level. But I want to make some custom maps for that stuff, I think. Maybe some black glass. Probably fine since the entire geometry is only refreshed when it changes. Technically, full blocks are better than rendering since the sides are not rendered when touching other full blocks. Yeah. I could always just fill it in with stone or something. I don't know about that. Definitely not that one. Maybe we just do the one. Helps a little bit. Cool. So I'm not happy with the door. I think these have to be at the same height. Even then, still not the biggest fan. That looks kind of cool, but I don't know what material we would be able to use that would have stairs in it. That's not bad. It's a little asymmetrical, but it's not bad. We'll go with that for now. Maybe overkill on the end rods, but we'll get there. Obviously, without the roof out here, this is going to be very dark. There's not a lot of stuff going on out here, so we'll have to figure that out. But this feels much better. Definitely feels like an observation deck when you get up to this point here. I don't think we're going to have anything along the sides other than maybe like another couple of these kiosk things. So maybe we'll do something here. That'll help illuminate things. Grab some glass panes. Goonie Katie, hello. This might not look good with a blue window right behind it either. I don't know. We'll leave them up for now, but I don't think they're the best. Maybe the displays up here should all be white by default and then have the other things put into them. Yeah, the white shows up better. Yeah, not bad. They could even be larger. There could be two of them. I think before I had like a block or something here. Maybe we have to create some sort of thing for them to stand on. Maybe this needs like a table. Like maybe we have to bring things out a lot farther. So rather than having like be at the table and have it be displayed, maybe we need something like this. That way it's not blocking the lights, but it looks pretty cool. And then we could have like some buttons and things here. I don't really have anything that we could put down there that would work other than like pressure plates and buttons. Could also do something a little bit more kind of cantilevered like that. I think I like that better. I'm always tempted to want to put stuff attached to the floor, but I think that's going to look a little bit strange. We'll have to test it out with maybe some different colors, maybe some mangrove or maybe some of the brighter woods. Some of the cyan woods, maybe? Warped wood. Unfortunately, the pressure plate is probably going to look a lot like wood, right? Usually the issue. Well, I'd say that's a pretty successful day. Still not sure about these weird little dark spots, but it works better once you walk in. It's just that this is a weird spot to take a screenshot. You have to kind of be about here. When you're back here, it looks a little bit odd. Yeah, it reveals itself very slowly. And because this is kind of dark, we will probably try to put a skylight or something here, which I think will help during the day. Cool. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap things up there and send you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let's see who's live. I am not seeing too many folks playing Minecraft. Get a recommendation, by all means, let me know. I can also send you over to somebody else playing a different game. Lots of No Man's Sky. That game got updated, so that is also available. So yeah, throw some recommendations in chat if you've got someone you'd like me to rate. I will be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock, for some Hightail. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be playing Hightail. I want to try to pick up a new Lego set, and hopefully we'll be returning to those on Friday. You can check out the Spawn Chunks. It's a podcast all about Minecraft for free on your favorite podcasting app. But if you'd like to support the Spawn Chunks on Patreon, there's some great opportunities over there. If you're a free member, you can get 40% off your first month. If you are looking at an annual subscription, then you can do it 10% for the full year. But we do a show every single week of the year, so I think it's well worth it if you want to support the show. You can also support me on Patreon if you like the streams. It's only $2 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee, and it does keep my coffee flowing as well as the streams going, so I really appreciate it. SweetSandi, thank you for the stickers and the moderation today. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.